everybody, and welcome to today's class. Today we are going to be drawing our African animals art class for Rhino. Whew, that's a big title. We're drawing a rhino today. Yay! And I know these look different than our normal ones, and they are a little bit pixely, so it's a little bit blurry. But I think these are going to be easier to draw for us because they actually break down the shapes more how I prefer. So let's get started, everybody. I have my pencil, I have my eraser, and I have crayons today. So let's get started. Step number 1 is drawing an oval. Now I know you all know how to draw a beautiful oval. So let's do it. Okay, and I use my whisper lines. So there's my oval. Step number 2 is over that oval, we're going to draw a circle. And again, I'm using my whisper lines there. And they add a little like bump out, a little cutout there. So I'm going to add the cutout as well. Now here's the trick. We need to erase. So I'm going to erase this little spot right here, that cutout. And then I'm going to erase the body line out of the head line. So does that make sense? Out of my head circle, I'm going to erase that body line. So it should look like step number 2. Oh, that is very light. I will make mine less of a whisper line so you guys can see it. There we go. There you go. So, step number 3 is adding our legs. These are basically like rectangles. So if you would like to just draw rectangles that go up into your rhino's body, you can. Or you could just draw most of the rectangle and then stop it when you touch your body. So there's one leg. Now I'm going to show you the rectangle method. There you go. And then just outline the part that touches the body and erase the inside part, if that helps. So there are my rhino legs. And they kind of have them flaring out and rounded a little bit, so I'm going to do that too. I'm just adding on to that shape I already have, and then I'm going to go through and erase the lines I don't want anymore and keep the lines I want. Locking in those lines, which means pushing a little bit harder. There we go. Beautiful. So now we're going to do step number 3. Step number 3 is drawing the back legs. So I'm going to draw a curved line going out from my back leg and then a line that goes straight up and touches my tummy. And then I'm going to do it the opposite way for the front. There we go. Step number 4 is adding the details. So I'm going to start with a tail, which is like a long, skinny triangle, kind of like a puppy dog tail, with kind of a paintbrush tip to it. That's kind of the hairs on the tail. Okay, then they add toes, toenails, I guess. This is what they kind of look like. Those are just bumps, like how we've drawn waves or hills. Now we're going to draw the horn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a curved line inside my rhino's face. And then I'm going to make a triangle out of it, or a cone out of it, that goes out of my rhino's face. Do you see that? So it's started in my rhino's head, but then it goes out. And then I'm going to erase that headline in between. Beautiful. So now let's draw the ears. I'm going to do almost like a football shape up and erase that headline. And then I'm going to do another football shape up on this side, but I'm not going to erase my headline there, okay? Next we're going to do eyes. I'm going to do big cartoon eyes. There we go. And a little nostril, and then a big old smile for my goofy hippo. And I'm also going to add some smaller shapes in that one ear. His eyes look a little too goofy for me, so maybe I will just make them look black ovals. Okay. Ta-da! So there we have our rhino. Now, did I call him a hippo earlier? I might have called him a hippo. It's a rhino, friends. It's a rhino. So let's start coloring in our rhino. So I'm going to use gray to color in my rhino. And then I'm going to add purple on top of it. So outlining. Again, I'm using crayons today. I'm just going to outline. Okay, there we go. And I might go in and add some like purplish color with the crayons. But I don't mind my rhino being gray. And rhinos can also be very fierce and territorial, and they are very cute, but they're not something that are they're not the most friendly of animals. They can be a little grouchy. So I'm outlining. I'm going to go back through with a black crayon too and do all the details. Whoops, my crayon broke. That's okay. It happens. I'm going to outline this ear and color it in. And then I'm going to draw a savanna in the back of my hippo, but first I'm going to finish coloring in them. So there's my colored in hippo. Let me grab a purple crayon and a black crayon, and we will finish up. Ooh, and the pink. Okay, so let's do some detail work now. I'm going to do, with my purple, I'm going to add just some gentle shadowing in. I'm just pushing very, very lightly when I color in my hippo with crayon to blend the colors. Going over very lightly so it makes it kind of a grayish purple. I don't know if you can see. I'll hold it up for you in a moment so you guys can see. It's kind of like a grayish purple color. A grayed lavender. Okay, so hold it up. You can kind of see it's like a purple gray. I'm going to add pink in the ears. I'm going to give him pink cheeks, pink tail. Now let's do the outlining. I'm gonna do black eyes, outline my horn, outline my hippo's face and ears, nose and mouth. Hippo's back. There we go. So there's my hippo. So now let's draw the background. I'm going to do that and make it a savanna. So like tall grasslands, like brown grass, and then I'm going to do a sunset in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brown and I'm going to do markings down to make tall grass. Down here I'm going to color it a little bit more. I'm going to go back through with yellow to make the grass look like there's lots of kind of different colors of dried grass. Okay. So make that tall grass. Go back through. You can notice I'm not outlining, and that's because we want it to kind of look very sketchy like grass. So now I'm going to go back through with a yellow. And color it in now with yellow. And it kind of adds texture to it to make it look like the rhino is actually in the savanna. You can do some lines up to make that grass tall. You could even add some green in there if you wanted to. That might be nice. I'm going to add some shadow too. There wasn't a lot to drawing this guy today, so I thought maybe we could spend more time coloring in. So now let's add a shadow. So a shadow is where the sunlight or the light source is blocked. So the rhino's body is blocking the sun from reaching the ground. So I'm just going to take my brown that I used for the grass and using little circles, color under my rhino's feet. This kind of helps shows that the rhino is standing there and that there is a shadow. And then I'm going to go through and add some green too. Making sure we don't see any white of the paper and just the mixed colors of the savanna. Okay, now let's pick how we want the background. I think I want a sunset, so I'm going to take my orangish yellow color and I'm going to do that going into the grass. And I got to be careful not to cover up all your grass because you still want those grass stripes. So I'm going to start and just kind of softly color, make sure some of that grass stays put. I'm going to color a little bit into the grass, but not push too hard. And then up here, I'm going to make it a little darker because I know that there wouldn't be as much grass up there blocking the view. I'm going to put a little bit of this orange color on my hippo's back. This is because the sun would actually be touching my, reflecting off my hippo, or not my hippo, I'm so sorry you guys, my rhino's skin. I think it's because we drew a hippo yesterday that it is very much a rhino. Okay, so there we go. There's the sunset. Now let's do the colors in the background. So it always starts with the lightest color on the bottom and then it gets darker and darker as you go up. So maybe we have like a yellowy red, like a yellow on the bottom, and then we go up to like an orange red color. And I'm not going to color super hard because these sunsets, the color, it doesn't look like a rainbow, right? The colors kind of blend into each other. So I'm okay having a little bit of white here. I'm just very gently pushing with a red-orange color. So there's that first line. And you want to make that line the same all the way across. And then I'm going to put a darker color, like a dark red or a purple, blended into each other. Then we're going to blend that into purple or blue, and that's how we get a sunset. Okay, now let's add some purple or dark blue. Let's do some dark blue. You got to be careful with the darker colors not to push too hard because they will take over the lighter colors very quickly. So I'm just very, very gently coloring the dark blue across the top of the sky. Just tickling the page with your crayon. And then I'm going to mix some red in there to kind of warm it up a little bit. And then you'll have your African rhino sunset. Put some red up in there. Just going to top it off with a little bit of orange. And you have your sunset with your rhino. Ta-da! There you go, friends. So I hope you had so much fun doing art class with me and drawing our rhino, not our hippo, our rhino today. I cannot wait to do our last art class for the African animal packet tomorrow, which is a zebra. Isn't that fun? So I will see you guys next time. Bye!